Valuation in M&A landscape. So what are we going to cover in this session, friends? We start with significance and size of M&A for valuation globally and locally. Today we understand, friends, two things very well. Number one, uh, barring a small aberration that we are experiencing today globally in the global economy as a result of the Russia and Ukraine war, uh, the global economy otherwise has been doing extremely well. And one would expect that as and when this war stops, it won't take a long time for the global economy to bounce back. And why is that so? And that is because of multiple factors, and multiple factors. And technology is one of the factors that would add up for the global markets to bounce back very soon. Now, in this environment, in this scenario, what we are experiencing today, a lot of M&A activity happening globally, locally, Asia, America, Europe, everywhere. The size of the global M&A activity globally and locally has really been phenomenal. So we will talk about as to how is the global and local M&A landscape as such. Number two, we will talk about the M&A corporate restructuring canvas as to what this canvas is, and what does it all include and comprise of. Then we would look at what are the methods and the approaches used for valuation in M&A. Please remember, any activity in corporate world, whatever it may be, cannot be completed without this one thing, and that is valuation. So we would understand as to what are the methods and the approaches which are used for the purpose of valuation in case of the corporate restructuring, in case of M&A per se. Then we would look at in this scenario of global M&A landscape and the valuation, what are the opportunities and challenges for the valuation professionals, and what they should and they ought to do so as to encash these opportunities for the benefit of everyone. And finally, of course, we will also have a question and answer session. But remember, as far as the question and answer session is concerned, it's going to be open throughout. As I said a little while ago, at any point in time, if you have any doubt, any question that you want to raise, please go ahead with it actually. And of course, I will not be able to see you on the screen, but of course you can unmute yourself and you can raise the question, and I would be very happy to answer that query. You are also welcome to add and contribute as and when you feel something that you would like to add or you would like to contribute. Let's begin, friends, with the global size of M&A. How is the M&A landscape spanning out all over the globe? The value of M&A globally in the year 21 topped to 5 trillion US dollar, with volumes rising 63% to 5.63 trillion by December 16, 2021. And this, of course, has surpassed the pre-financial crisis record of 4.42 trillion in 2007. So you can imagine, in before the financial crisis in 2007, the size of the global M&A was 4.42 trillion US dollar, and in 21 this has crossed the 5 trillion mark and touched a figure of 5.63 trillion dollar. Incidentally, this 5 trillion dollar is what our country is now targeting to become to achieve as far as our economy is concerned. According to Dealogic data, global deal making is set to maintain is this scorching pace now as well, after a historic year for merger and acquisition activity in 2021. So it's not only that this trend of 2021 is expected to continue, or was expected to continue in the current year also, but because of this slight geopolitical disturbance, there has been a slowdown. But otherwise, as I said earlier, as soon as there is a peace. As soon as the war is over, things would definitely bounce back. Now, this growth in M&A landscape has been fueled by easy availability of cheap finance and booming stock markets of 2021. However, as I said, there may be a few challenges in view of the current geopolitical situation. How is the scenario as far as the M&A landscape is concerned from the Asia perspective? According to Deal Street, 21 has been the best year for M&A, clocking the highest tallies in both value and volume terms at USD $115 billion, involving 2,224 deals. How does it compare with the year 2020? In comparison to year 2020, it was USD $37 billion and 867 transaction more than the year 2020. So what has happened in the year 2021 in terms of value? It is more by $37 billion, and in terms of number of transactions, it is higher by 867 transactions. Now, what is Deal Asia? Deal Street Asia. Deal Street Asia is a Singapore-based paywalled financial news website founded in 2014. And what do? They provide financial news and intelligence platform. How does India compare vis-a-vis the global scenario and the Asian scenario? India witnessed India witnessed M&A at an all-time high in 2021, led by more first-time buyers, accounting for more than 80% of the deals closed, an increase of about 70% through the year 2017 to 2019, according to a report by Bain and Company. In 2021, exits, partial or full, by existing investors of startups through IPOs, mergers and acquisitions, and secondary share sales jumped nearly 8 times up to December 10 to 2021 from just $1.2 billion or about 9,400 crores in 2020. So you can imagine it was $1.2 billion in the year 2020, and in 21 it has jumped 8 times. That means virtually about 10 billion US dollars in 2021. That is your Indian scenario. And this, of course, is expected to continue. And this data is coming from Venture Intelligence. What are the major mega deals which have been announced in the recent past or have been completed in past as far as India is concerned? So I'm sure all of us are aware, SDFC Life completed acquisition of Exide Life. Piramal Capital Housing Finance has completed acquisition of the debt-laden Diwan Housing Finance. SDFC and Bank and SDFC merger has been announced in the recent past. Likewise, Z Entertainment and Sony India merger also is in the process. Indus Tower Bharti Infratel merger. Vodafone Idea merger has already taken place. We all are aware, and it is already the company is now only known as VI. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel, which bought over SR Steel through the process of NCLT, and now that SR Steel has been merged and is part of ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel. Tata and Chorus Steel, of course, is a old story. Then you have got Walmart's acquisition of Flipkart, Vodafone Hutch SR merger, Reliance Future proposed merger, but unfortunately, as it stands today, it appears to be in jeopardy because of the reasons that I'm sure everyone of is aware, because of the dispute that Future Retail has with Amazon. And of course, there are many NCLT related mergers and acquisitions transactions which have happened in this country in the recent past.
Sir, sorry I'm interrupting.
Please.
Just a small question. Sir, which